welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're having a beautifully sunny and blessed day. This is episode 16 of our Very Veggie Legacy Challenge here on this channel, and I am so excited to get into this household and share with you all the updates that has taken place. First things first, I wanted to give a huge thank you to the friends of the channel that had given me some tips and suggestions on my last episode in regards to the baghead epidemic that was going on in my save, as well as managing age spans. Unfortunately, I tried everything. I tried all the tips. I tried looking at stuff online, and nothing worked when it came to having the NPCs not have bags over their heads. So I just decided it was probably for the best to disable eco lifestyle. And you know what? I'm fine with that idea. I don't usually use eco lifestyle a whole lot anyway. I mean, I know Brock's house had solar panels on it, and I liked the idea that he was somewhat off-grid, but you know what? If it means that my NPCs no longer have grocery bags over their heads, then I'm completely fine with that. If I need to reinstall that pack, I definitely will, but for the time being, I think this is the best option for me. In regards to the age span, Erica Plays The Sims left a very helpful tip when it came to using MC Command Center. Now, this isn't a mod that I use. It's kind of tricky for me to navigate it, and maybe it's just because I'm too lazy to actually figure it out. But I'm going to pop up the comment here in case you guys want to use this tip in your own save, or if you're just interested in using MC Command Center in general. Erica Plays The Sims also has a YouTube channel with fantastic Let's Plays and builds, so I definitely recommend checking out their channel if you're looking for new simmers to support. So yeah, just a couple more updates with this Let's Play. Brock and his circle of friends have received makeovers. They're a little more grayer, a little more wrinklier, because they are going to be entering into the elder stage of life pretty soon. And, you know, I've just kind of come to terms with I'll deal with the aging process in this save. It is what it is. I did extend the seasons a little bit more so that I have some more free time with The Sims, and hopefully this will work. If not, then I'll change it back to the 14-day season. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, Brock has a little gray in his beard and his hair, and Sawyer's hair is no longer platinum. She has a sad Karen bob. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to let y'all know in case you're like, what the heck happened to them? In other news too, if you guys remember Shauna and Laurent, I moved them over to San Myshuno, but I've never touched base with them since, and I kind of want to, because when I was prepping for this episode, I'm going to jog your memory back a little further. I had a scare where I thought that Shauna was with child. But this was during the time that we were already having a pregnancy glitch. And so when I moved them, there was no sign of any infant, any newborn. And so I thought all was good until it wasn't. She had a whole child in her household. And so I can only assume that she was indeed pregnant. I did age up their daughter, whose name is Adeline, because I think it would be interesting to have her as a potential romantic interest for Egbert. If you guys remember, his aspiration is Villainous Valentine, and I don't know, perhaps he might go to the city with his dad, visit them, and meet Adeline. We'll see what happens with that in the future. But in terms of teens in general in my save, there's a lot of ghosties in my save. A lot of Sims, unfortunately, have passed on. And so there's not any Sims that are like Eglyn and Egbert's age. So I did go to the gallery and upload a couple of teen Sims and Sims, or I should say teen Sims that are also dating each other. So this is going to be prime opportunity for Egbert to break up some relationships, because that is a part of his aspiration after all. So yeah, in this video, we're going to be following Egbert to high school. Maybe he can make some new friends. He has been working on his nectar making and gardening skills, but in this episode, we'll definitely dip into his Villainous Valentine aspiration. And I don't know, maybe some drama will unfold with that. We'll see what happens. We'll additionally spend some time with Brock at the wood shop and hopefully make some more progress in his aspiration. If you guys remember, we're in the last part of it, so we're so close to completing his aspiration. I'm really excited about that. So with that being said, let's jump right into some gameplay. Good morning, guys. It is early in the morning in Brock's household. He is currently up and getting the kiddos some breakfast ready, or he's supposed to. Okay. Yeah, so I've done a lot of different things with them. A few days have passed since basically them going to Granite Falls, Egbert aging up, all that stuff. And wait, before we get into this, okay, if y'all have been watching my stuff, my channel this long, please go get y'all some snacks, because you know it's gonna be a long one. Get you something to drink, okay? So he's making some breakfast for the kiddos. I wanted to show you guys a couple of things that have been updated around the house. First off, if we come outside, I imagine that Brock took some time off to make this little fence situation, as well as, create this nectar machine for Egbert to start making nectar, his newfound hobby. Egbert has also planted some aubergines as well. Yeah, he's getting it done. Now, why there's a teenager who is making essentially the equivalent of alcohol, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that that's legal at all, but he's doing it. And his dad supports him. I did get him a nectar, what is this? It's like a nectar storage rack. He already has one in here too. It's like apple nectar, so because the plants that he's growing currently is not ready to be picked and processed into nectar. I'm gonna wake the kiddos up and have them go ahead and grab something to eat. Hopefully they'll have time to take showers too, because I think she is not doing well. I've thought about this too. Eglyn has 0 friends. So I think she probably needs to join some sort of after-school activity. I had her try to talk to some of the Sims that I added, but there was something funky going on with the save and stuff, so I had to start over. And so and she stinks now. So hopefully she can at some point meet some kids her age, but maybe getting into an activity will help. And also Brock has gotten into painting. He painted that. Eglyn painted this, whatever this is. This looks like, I think it's someone surfing. Oh, do you know what? Maybe she took this as a reference from when they went to Sulani. I don't know how she would have remembered that as a toddler, but there you go. I also had Brock do a couple of items for his wood shop. So we have a candle collection going on. They don't match, but it's just that it's a candle collection that he's done. Also, he made one of these. Have y'all seen this? It's actually adorable. It's a raccoon vase. I think it's so cute. I had him make a couple of horses and some dragon sculptures so that he is all prepared and ready for when the wood shop opens back up, whenever that will be. But right now we're gonna focus on Egbert. I don't know if this is how I'm supposed to be doing this in terms of, since Egbert is a teen, I don't know if I should be putting a lot of attention into what he's doing right now or not. I figured so. I mean, I've been trying to keep up with Little Simsies Let's Play of her challenge, and I mean, she is the creator of it, so I guess she could technically do whatever she wants. But I feel like she was also playing with her teen sim while she was still completing Generation 1's aspiration. So, I don't know. If I'm doing something wrong, though, I mean, y'all let me know, but I'm just kind of going with it. I'm just trying to go with the punches. All right, so we're gonna have her join the drama club. I think that will be fun. I already have in a let's play that I'm doing, one of the child sims is already in the scouts, so I don't really want to do that. So drama club, it says join drama club. As a drama club member, you'll perform in local plays and eventually hone those fine acting skills. Crying on demand is useful in plays as well as getting out of things. Impress your classmates and parents with your ability to become virtually anyone. Just make sure you don't do anything embarrassing on stage, because those memories will last a lifetime. True. Her mom is supposed to be in the acting career. So I kind of figured, well, maybe she's like looking at her mom thinking, I want to do that. I want to be an actress. Alright, so I'm going to have Brock clean everything up and have him put this away as well. Eglyn should be getting in the shower, and let me check in on Egbert's needs. He needs to use the restroom and he is not having fun. Well, bud, I'm so sorry. Oh, do you know what? Let's go over his aspiration, because I don't think I did that in the last episode. We made it to Egbert's school and my sound cut off while I was trying to read his aspiration, so let me reread it for you guys. First off, Villainous Valentine only has one tier, or like one level, so there's only one level to it, and that's it. It says this sim wants to destroy the love lives of all sims, including their own. The reward trait for this is Twisted Heart. If you could see the sim's heart, you might recoil in disgust, but Egbert would never let you see it, and that suits him just fine. Egbert gains bonus socials from mean and mischief socials, while shrugging off sad and embarrassed moods much faster than other sims. This just seems very useful, at least the latter part of being able to shrug off sad and embarrassed moodlets, but that also means that Egbert is not a very deep sim, because if he's not processing sad moodlets or embarrassed ones, he's just shrugging them off. I don't know. I feel like that means he doesn't have a very good, like, internal monologue, or like a dialogue of thought that, you think about your actions and so on. He don't have that. So yeah, the milestones for Villainous Valentine is get caught cheating, achieve X status with other sims, and break up couples. So he's gonna have to achieve X status with 5 sims, get caught cheating 10 times, as well as break up couples 10 times. So it's a lot. That is a lot. But I'm hoping, or at least I think I should be able to at least get half of that done in his teen years, right? I don't know. But we're at school. I'm using Schnook 01 or Chinook 01. Y'all all know who this builder is. They're amazing. They have their own YouTube channel. They've been doing this for many years, and I'm sure we all have downloaded this Highschool several times in our save. It's just a really great Highschool. So I have this one in the auditorium downloaded, but there's a couple of new faces here. Some of these are townies that I have plopped into the save, but I wanted to show y'all. This is actually quite amazing because I was not prepared for this. Angelo, oh, and he is older now, because remember what I said, they've been updated to look old. He actually has maintained being the high school teacher in this save, which is incredible, because I thought as soon as like his relationships and things started to alter, for example, him getting married, him having a child now, I could have sworn that this would have taken him out automatically from like this NPC role, right? But it didn't. So I'm here for it. I love the idea that he is the high school teacher, and I don't know, I think it's really fun. So, since it's still the beginning of class, or I guess I should say school, class hasn't really started. I'm gonna have Egbert just do a few things at his locker. This is his locker. I have it in, I think this is grunge decor. Um, at least I'm fairly certain that it is. I don't know, but I feel like it matches his vibe really well. So we're just gonna go with that. But I had already did some play testing just to make sure that everything was running smoothly, and to me it is. So I was able to go ahead and claim him a locker. So right now, some of the tasks that we can do is work out on treadmill, and I guess just socialize. And so I think what we'll do is maybe talk to some Sims and introduce ourselves to them. I will say, because I forgot to mention this earlier, y'all know that I had him already in a club just really for his friend group, which featured Elizabeth and Kyler. They are the children of not Egbert, Brock's friends, but I've since added a few new faces. We have Elliot, Jim, and Kendra. Now, really quick, Elizabeth and Jim are dating. Okay? I'm just putting this little nugget of information out there because it might be useful at some point to fulfill some of his aspirations. So, these two are happily dating each other. I just thought y'all ought to know. So yeah, it looks like this gentleman here, or this young man here, is doing the T-pose. Oh, I like how she just randomly came up to show him photos. I had him socialize with her too. I forgot what her name is. One second. Um, Sandra. Her name is Sandra. I kind of want to get to know her a little bit more. Sandra Swears? Is that how you say that? I think so. But it looks like the morning time is going to be ending pretty soon, so he's not going to have time to go on the treadmill, at least not right now. So let me see. I wonder whose class he's going to end up going in. I guess this one. That kind of sucks. He doesn't get to have Angelo as his teacher. Um, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with this lady. I did make her over because you know how it is, but she looks very cute now, whereas before she looked a little crazy. So yeah, I guess he's just gonna settle in for class. What all can you do while you're even in class? Nap? Oh, what happens if he naps? Will he get in trouble? I kind of want to see that happen. Like I know it's like technically his second day of school, but what a difficult problem. Due to Copperdale's rich and extensive history, the teachers decided to add a few questions asking about the mining days of the past, including an essay prompt that asks you to elaborate on the impact the founder may have had in the early stages of Copperdale's development. I hated when this type of stuff would be on tests. Every time I would take tests in school, I'd always have like crippling anxiety, specifically over science and math class. I was perfectly fine and capable when it came to history, English. I had that down, but oh Lord, this just, I don't know. Let's let's have him wing it. Why not? Let's see what we got. It says Egbert trusted in fate to deliver him an answer to this tough exam questions, but fate failed him. Oh no. Staring at his finished answer, Egbert knows that he's got no chance of being right. Okay, small luck based exam boost. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. We tried our best, bud. And yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. I really like this classroom though. It's like a sciencey classroom. I suppose. And yeah, it's fun. I don't know. Sometimes seeing this type of stuff, though, really does give me secondhand anxiety from being in school. Not an academic at heart by any means. While I do enjoy reading, I love reading and I love history, etc., the construct of school itself is just so gross. I don't like it. Hopefully this will tick off a 10 exam. Isn't that what he's doing? And it looks like the class is going to end pretty soon, so I guess he's not going to have time to take a nap in here anyway. Who all is his classmates? We have Sandra and who's this? Amber. Wait. Chad. He looks like a Chad. And Amy. Okay. It looks like his exam is done. Be friendly with another student. We'll chat with Sandra because we've really been hitting it off with her. Let's enthuse about interest with her. Get to know what she's up to. And I think, hold on, I'm going to queue up just a few interactions with him and Sandra. I think what they should do is let's obsess about favorite video game. Maybe he's talking about My Sims with her. He's been playing it some and wants to know what she thinks about it. I think we'll also, let's do a couple of small talk interactions. Let's get to know her some, and then I think we'll also do like an ask about day, like ask like how your morning's going, stuff like that. I imagine she's probably new to the area as well, so Egbert is trying to be nice, okay? He's trying to be nice. Let's see, talk about fertility. Oh my, slow your roll, son. We ain't doing all that. Let's, instead of doing that, let's rave about growing up. He's like, it won't be long and we'll have our driver's license. I don't know, what do kids talk about like these days? TikTok, and I'm so old. So old, I don't know. Yeah, we'll just have them communicate together and maybe hopefully build up a relationship. And I'm saying this in like a friendly way, not necessarily anything romantic. But I think they should have... Okay. I was going to say they should know some things about each other at this point. It says Egbert learned about Sandra's financial status. We don't want to ask her that. What the heck? It's currently lunchtime, so I'm gonna have Egbert go ahead and grab a bite to eat. It also says his next task is to be friendly with a faculty member. This is our principal. Oh, girl. This is our principal that's doing sit-ups in the floor, so let me just do a little friendly interaction with her as well. We'll ask the principal about her day as well. Well, maybe not, because she's already leaving. She kind of scared me with that, actually. Not gonna lie. Maybe we could talk to Mr. Moreland. Maybe, no. I don't want to talk to her anymore. It's okay, Egbert. Come back. Let's talk to Angelo Moreland, because he's friends with our dad. He's best friends with our dad, actually. Let's do a small talk interaction and we'll ask him about his day. Maybe he's like, hey, Mr. Moreland, it's my second day in high school. How's it going? Angelo's so cute. Yeah, there's no way that I could have broken him and Maya up just for my own selfish whims. So I'm glad that I didn't do that. Egbert's chit-chatting with him. Hopefully that'll tick that off. He is a faculty member after all. Let's do another friendly interaction. Let's brighten his day. Egbert's like, Mr. Moreland, Mr. M, you're the best. Alright, we still got a lot of time left for lunch. Let's get to know some of these kiddos down here. We've got, I'm sorry, what is your name? Toshi Inoi. An Anthon held. Okay. Let's do a friendly intro to both these guys. Get to know what they're getting into. They probably don't want to talk to us because they're over here by themselves, and to be honest, they look a little too cool for us. They're probably like, go away. And Sandra is also here, so we could talk to her too. I kind of still want to get to know her a little bit better, ask about hobbies and skills from all the way over across the cafeteria. Did y'all ever do that? I know I did. Even if your friend was sitting with other friends or whatever, and you know, y'all just holler back and forth with each other across the cafeteria. It'd be like that sometimes, okay? That's probably what he's doing. Okay, he's chatting with them. Wow, Amy is really pretty. She was in our class earlier. She kind of is giving like Cassandra Goth or Bella Goth, actually. She's cute. She's very cute. And I think he knows her. He might not know her as well already as he knows Sandra, but that's alright. Maybe we can... Oh, I don't think we'll have time. Jeez. The time in this is just crazy. They get an hour or so, but like, that went over pretty fast. Okay. So where's he sitting? Alright. Wait, who's this? She wasn't in our class earlier. This is a cheerleader. What's her name? Lily Yuan? Lily Yuan? We could do a friendly intro to her, perhaps. Oh, we're taking our exam. Shh. It would appear that Egbert has completed his exam. It says, Egbert is not the first C student at Copperdale High School, and he surely won't be the last. Wouldn't the weekend be a great time for him to bump his grades up? It says, exams are finally over. The day was grueling, and the questions were fierce. But the day is finally done. Thanks to the quick work of the Scanotron MK7, all the tests have been graded and the results are out. Here's how everyone did. Egbert did pretty well in his exam. Okay, great. So, I guess that's good. Did he let's check out his moodlets really quick. It says high marks from taking exam. Egbert may not be top of his class, but he turned in a pretty impressive score on his exam. Good job. I believe in me. Confidence gain. Great. It says the most important person believes in Egbert himself. No. I had him finally talk to this Lily chick. And, but school's almost over. It's like almost 5 o'clock. So I think what we'll do is go ahead and have him head straight home. I'm sure his father is wondering where the heck he is. Yeah, he's gonna go home. Stop talking to her. I think the plan for, like, after he does arrive home is that tomorrow I'm going to stay with Brock and run the wood shop. But I think I'm going to place, you know what? Better yet, I think I'm going to place some sort of community lot that is more geared towards teen Sims in San Myshuno. I'm going to have him and his club go to San Myshuno, and maybe, just maybe, Adeline will be there, and maybe Adeline will know who he is and be like, our parents are like friends with each other. Did you know that? So yeah, we'll see how that works. Really quick, I wanted to show you guys his Social Bunny account. Right now, he's actually making dinner. Egbert is making dinner for the family. Brock is finishing up a painting. I like to think now that Egbert is a little older, perhaps they trade off this sort of duty where you cook one night, I'll cook the other night, and you know, that sort of thing. So we have Lily, Amy, Sandra, Kyler, Elizabeth, Elliot, Jim, and Kendra all on his contacts list for Social Bunny. And you know what? I don't know. Kyle wants to be added to your contact. I didn't know that they could do this. Did y'all? Okay. okay. No, I don't want to. I just want him to be friends with teens on Social Bunny. I'm sorry, Kyle. He had a want to a while ago to actually talk to Kyle and yeah. Like just to be friends and stuff like that. And while I love the fact that Egbert really loves his dad's friends, I don't know. I don't want to maintain friendships with everybody. Do you know what I mean? So I think we're going to do a post about the finals. Let's do a confident one because he was feeling confident after he finished his tests. And then when we go back to friends, I kind of want to go ahead and kind of start putting some stuff out of like who he might be interested in. So I definitely think Sandra is a pretty good contender. So I'm gonna send her a flirty text. And I also really liked Amy, but I don't think he's attracted to her. And I don't know about Kendra. So we'll send a friendly message to Kendra as well as a flirty message to Kendra. And yeah, I think that's good for now. I do want to get to know some of these other folks that we have relationships with, so I'll send flirty messages to them too. And then of course we got to hit up our besties. Elizabeth and he have the closest friendship. I did not do that on purpose. Y'all might be thinking, we know what you're trying to do. We see right through you. She's Maya's daughter and you're probably trying to get him. No, they were really good friends younger. In fact, they were closer together than he and Kyler were, which kind of surprised me because I just figured him and Kyler would have been closer friends, but they're not. It looks like Sawyer has stopped in tonight, which is really cute. I love that. Egbert is giving his mother just a little hug. Also, I wanted to show you guys, I just created a club for Eglyn because like I said, she don't have no friends. These two kiddos here are actually made over townies that the game just generated, and they also had parents, like they had a parent each, so I made over them and their parent. This is Luca De Niro and this is Turkey Patterson. I don't know if Turkey is an actual given name or not, but for some reason I liked it, so I kept it. The club that she has going on, let me pause this really quick, is called Junior Drama Club. Essentially, this is supposed to be like her drama club. Just like after hours of drama club, and maybe these are two friends that she connected with from that after school activity. But yeah, I'm so glad Sawyer is here, and I'm glad honestly that there's like a comfortability that she can just kind of show up. And look, we might as well have Brock just come in and say, hey, hope you're doing well. Like, it's good to see you. Maybe she's coming in and checking on how Egbert is doing on his first day of school, high school. We got a pop-up. It says, a painterly calling. Brock is relishing every brushstroke. Should he let the colors flow and embrace that he likes painting? Yes. One thing about Brock and really Sawyer, they are creatives. So I feel like anything that helps either one of them sort of experiment with creativity is a plus. I'm gonna go ahead and end Eglyn's gathering because it is getting kind of late. They did finish dinner and everything earlier that Egbert made, so I think she's doing some mischief on Brock, which is kind of funny. I wanted to really quick show you guys some changes that I've made to their house. I'm going to get out of live mode, go into build really quick so that we can have some morning or afternoon ambient lighting really quick. So, all right. There's been a lot of different changes. So first off, the picnic bench that Brock allegedly made has been moved over here. And I've cleaned up some of the terrain paint that I used because I don't know, I was starting to not like it. I changed the swing set that they had to this one. I believe this came with the little campers and I love it. I don't know if it's truly this dark green or if this is just my reshade preset, but it is so lovely. I love that green, it looks great. I also added some hedgerows. It does look like Egbert probably needs to come out here and weed his garden a little bit, but I added some hedgerows to just kind of box in some of the house, and I also added a couple of things to the outside of the Timber and Clay Co. business. So first things first is I added this, I think it's like a paint canvas cell stand. It came with City Living, and since Brock has taken to painting, it just makes sense that he incorporate it as something that customers can buy when they come to visit Timber and Clay. I also added this little archway. It's not a wedding arch, it's just a normal archway. I don't know why we don't have one of these in base game because this is custom content, and I think this was taken from something that we do have in base game but kind of just made smaller. So I like to imagine that Brock, since he's been newly renovating parts of the wood shop, he also made this as just a nice little welcome entry to the Timber and Clay Co. I think that's what his thought process is. I also added this green awning just because, I don't know, it was bothering me that the roof, like there wasn't like an additional something there with the roof, and so now that has been changed, but for the most part everything else is still the same in the inside of the wood shop. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but we do now have 2 woodworking tables, so I don't recall if I said that at the beginning of this video or not, but they're there. As far as like the kids' room and stuff, I think I've already gone over their like updates and stuff because there's not enough space in Egbert's bedroom to have like a dresser situation. I just added a random dresser here. Again, I like to imagine, because this looks like it could be made like homemade, I like to imagine that Brock made this for his son. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. Oh, another thing that I did, which I don't know why I've never done this before, but I went through a lot of their family photos and renamed them. So I said before that Brock didn't get rid of his wedding photo with him and Sawyer. He just moved it upstairs to get it out of the way. And I named this, as well as, let's see, everything that's on this wall and on this table and on the little book stand. I named all these photos because, I don't know, I think it just makes it a little bit more special, and I think with time, as the legacy progress, perhaps these will get moved to other like generations' houses, and so at the end of it there'll be this huge gallery wall of all these photos, and they're named and everything, so hopefully nothing happens to them, finger crossed. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I added this to just to make it a little bit more cozy, and I never used this rack. I think it came with the Tiny Living is that a game pack? I think it came with that. So yeah, those are some of the things that have been updated. We're gonna go back into live mode, and I think Egbert, do you know what? It is Friday, and it's technically now the weekend. I think Egbert and Sawyer should go over to Egbert and Eglyn should go to Sawyer's house. I think that would be, hello? Were they flirting, or did I just imagine that? I think they should go over to their mom's house for the weekend, because I think this would be a great setup for them to go to the city with their mom, because technically speaking, Shauna and Sawyer were friends before Brock ever met Shauna. If you know, you know. So maybe she's going to go visit her, and she's going to take her kids there, and then we could do a club meeting with his friends in the city. We made it over to Sawyer's I guess it's an apartment. It's more of a townhouse, but the one that she shares with Maya and Angelo, Egbert and Elizabeth are having a pillow fight, which I just think is so adorable. I bet she's really excited that Egbert is over. Because it does now feel like it is legitimate shared custody. So, baby Eglyn is just cleaning herself up. She's about to take a shower. It is pretty late. This was actually something I had already done but never showed. It just has always been prepared because I had intended for Eglyn and Egbert to come visit their mom, but they never did. So I changed out what was a crib to be just another bed for baby Eglyn. And now there is a wardrobe that has been recently added to this room. So it still very much looks like a child's room, but it did before that. And to be honest, I think this is all that Sawyer could probably afford to furnish this room for her children, because I mean, like I said, she is like trying to be an actress, but work right now is kind of slow. So yeah, I think what they'll do is I'll have them hang out and catch up with everybody. I'm trying to find Sawyer. Okay, she's over here. Oh, I love this. They're just like all kind of chilling out, hanging out with the kids. Well, it's kind of late. I was gonna have Maya serve something to eat, but I figured it probably would be for the best if everyone just hits the hay. So I'm gonna have Sawyer come and get some sleep, and then we'll have baby Eglyn is already headed to bed. Let me check in on Egbert's needs. His hygiene is kind of low, so I'm gonna have him take a shower, brush his teeth, and then he can go straight to bed as well. I think what we'll do, because I'm just kind of riffing it right now, I think we will have everybody head over to San Myshuno once it's a little bit later in the day on Saturday. I think Sawyer and her kids are going to go visit Shauna and her family. I would like for them to go to a restaurant. I put a restaurant down, and so I think they're going to spend time there, maybe head over to the Casbah Art Gallery. Remember, Shauna and her husband are also creative folks, but they're on the other side of that. They're art critics. So I think they would very much take their family to the museum and spend time there. Afterward, we are going to have Egbert host a club gathering in San Myshuno, and they're going to head over to an arcade. It's not really an arcade in the sense of, because we don't have that, but it's an arcade. It's Planet Honey Pop reimagined. So we're going to go over there with them and hang out. I think that will be really fun. I'm kind of excited. But once their little trip to the city is over, we'll head back into Brock's house, and then we'll actually do a day of work with him. Really quick, y'all, I wanted to bring this to your attention before the moodlet time's out, because Sawyer woke back up and she's eating something and she wanted to talk to herself, but she has a moodlet that says seeking solace from fear of being alone. It says Sawyer is feeling disconnected from her partner in the relationship. Oh, this is so sad because I don't know, like I don't even know what to make of it. Obviously I know the mechanics. Oh, now I know the mechanics of having two erratic sims in a relationship is just not great. But it kind of does make me feel a little sad for Sawyer because she's obviously going through it. She really is. If you look at one of these fears that she has a performed self-reflection, and this is from fear of being alone. And it says this is not just self-reflection, it's a courageous journey of transformation, turning fear into resilience and self-understanding. So I'll have her do that as well. While she's kind of like in the wee early hours before her children wake up, so that she kind of has like a moment to kind of get herself together, I guess. Maybe like seeing them and stuff, and it's been a minute. She feels very sad. Oh, this makes me sad. She just feels bad because she's kind of missing out on parts of their life, even though they all live in the same community, the same town, I don't feel like Brock is at all the type of dad to keep his kids away from their mom. Like, he's not that guy. But I do think he's a little bit more financially stable than she is. I think, like, honestly, I kind of imagine, like I said before, work is pretty slow for Sawyer. I mean, she does have a gig lined up, but I just don't think that I don't think she has the stability that he does or can offer the stability that he does. And I don't know. I just think that it's for the best that the kids are with Brock. Not even just for like the legacy purposes, because I could very well just put them in her household and then just pick them up when I need to. But no, I don't know. The couple of moodlets that she has is fearful solitude from fear of being alone. Every moment spent alone feels like an echo of your Sim's deepest fears. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, she makes me feel so sad. But it is what it is. I don't know. Maybe I will try to find her some love. And what I was gonna say is I kind of feel like she is not really living off the kindness of Maya and Angelo, because I feel like because they're in a full household. These aren't rental, it's a whole household. I kind of feel like she kind of pays what she can, and they aren't really, because I think they make pretty good money. They're both in education. So I don't think they really press her to put in more than she can. I think they just know she's in a space right now, okay? She's in a space. All right, y'all, we have officially made it over to Shauna and Laurent's house, or I guess I should say their apartment. It's like it's kind of like a penthouse, but I guess not really, because it shares the floor with another apartment. So I'm gonna have to give y'all a little tour, because I have to. Again, this was something that I created like several episodes ago, but I just haven't used it. And so I feel like since I figured out they have a teen daughter, or a child rather, it felt like a good time to just go ahead and use this space, I guess. I don't know. I will say the camera is going to be a little funky, just because, what are those? Those are supposed to be pictures. I don't know why they're there, but because we're kind of high up. So this is their little mudroom slash just foyer entryway. You walk straight into their kitchen. If you go through this door here, then you're met with Shauna and Laurent's bedroom. They also have a restroom through this door here. Yeah, it's just very aesthetic. Like, their whole house is supposed to be very aesthetic, except for these posters. I don't know, I must be missing some CC or something, because that's what that was supposed to be. But this is their living room space here. Through here is just another restroom situation with just like a bathtub. And if you come through here, this is, oh, not her parents being in her room, but this is Adeline's room. It's very cute, very girly. And then there's just like a private, it's supposed to be like a sunroom type thing, but yeah, I don't know, it's supposed to give the illusion that you're on like a balcony type thing, because it's fully glass. And yeah, that's just like a little hangout spot. But that's their quarters. Like I said, they are in the art scene, so I gave them a workbench and an easel in case they wanted to work on some stuff. But this is them. They've also gotten a makeover to look a little bit older, a little bit more sophisticated. I said this before, but I kind of imagined that they were like the sophisticated auntie and uncle that lived in the city. And yeah, they kind of put a kink in my storyline for them by having a kid, but it's all right. I'm okay with it. It's fine. So I guess what we'll do is we'll have Sawyer come and let's have her brighten their day by saying, hey, we were in the city, we decided to stop by and check on y'all. Not her not knowing who Laurent is, that's crazy. So we'll have her do that, and then I think I'm gonna go ahead and have Egbert introduce himself to Adeline. Just to be friendly, you know how it is, just to be friendly. She doesn't look like she's in a good mood, so love to see it. We'll also, and Eglyn is making a mess. Oh my gosh, girl. We'll have her also say hey to Adeline too. I think she's so cute. They kind of vibe together. And also not her having purple. I did not intentionally do that. I just usually will randomly pick pre-styled fits and put my Sims in it if I am lazy. So I kind of like that she has, I don't know, a purple outfit. That's really cute. Let's have him get to know her a little bit better, because I think my intention with this is to also invite her to be in his club. I don't know if he has like an open spot yet or not. That may be something that we have to unlock, but I kind of want him just to get to know her a little bit better. So let me queue up a few stuff. Let's have him discuss interests, see what she's getting into. And let's also, I wanted to discuss hobbies with her, but I guess we can't do that. That's all right. It is Talk Like a Pirate Day, so we're going to exchange some pirate yarns. Maybe he's just celebrating the holiday, and she's probably like, what the heck? Who are you? We'll also get to know her too. Maybe ask her like about her school and stuff, because I imagine she goes to school in the city, or she should go to school in the city. And then I guess Sawyer is just catching up with her friend. I say friend, but their relationship is not that high. It's not that high. So that's not good. I'll have her try to reconnect with Sawyer. Reconnect with Shauna. Because maybe it's just been a minute since they've seen each other. I mean, a lot has definitely changed. We'll compliment her outfit too. Be like, girl, is that designer? We made it over to the restaurant. I think that this restaurant has a dress code because both Sawyer, Eglyn, and Egbert all changed into their formal wear, which I kind of like it because it gives them an excuse to actually wear something something nice. So yeah, they're in a really nice restaurant. It has to be, because even the hostess has like a very formal outfit on, which I like that. So I'm gonna have her go ahead and request a table for everybody. I mean, ideally she would not be paying for this, especially if she's like a guest coming to see Laurent and Shauna. I imagine that they both are paying for this, so whatever ends up being the total cost of the bill, I'm just gonna reimburse. I'm gonna reimburse Sawyer for it. Sawyer ain't got this kind of money. I imagine that Shauna and Laurent was like, hey, do you guys want to head out to a restaurant? It's a new restaurant in town. I think y'all will really like it, and it is a little formal. And you know what? It just so happened that they packed some formal wear in the car with them. So that's good. Oh, does he not have a place to sit? Can he not sit there? Can you go there, buddy? Oh, I love seeing him in his little formal outfit. He can't. Oh no. How could they squeeze in through here? Do you know what? I might have to do a little cheat. And I hope this doesn't mess up their seating arrangement. Well, hopefully. Okay. Let's see if he can sit in it now, because I definitely want him to be at the table with everybody. So let's sit. Okay, I think we're good. Alright. Everybody's sitting down. I forgot to take her wedding dress out of her wardrobe. They're still good to know nothing has changed between them, because they still have a weird fighting relationship. Look at that. I don't know. That's crazy. I'm gonna have Sawyer go ahead and order for the table. This is like one of my favorite things to do with restaurants. I also just played as a restaurant owner in my last Vanilla LP episode, and that was really fun. I think for the adults, they gonna get adult drinks. So we'll have Shauna and Sawyer and Laurent get a Chef's Choice Granite Falls Grappo Blanco. I don't drink, so I don't know anything about this type of stuff. I'm so sorry. I think for the younger children, for the teens and the child, I think they can only get water here. I mean, they could get coffee or this Thai iced milk. Um, but we're not going to do that. It's lunchtime. So I guess we'll have baby Eglyn get some water, and then we'll have the teens get sparkling water. You know how, I don't know if you guys ever did this, but when I was younger, we'd get like sparkling juice for around like New Year's time or on special occasions, the kids did, and it would always make me feel as if I was actually drinking a little something something. And now as a full grown adult, I don't drink, so I just thought that was funny. Maybe these two, Egbert and Adeline, are imagining that they're grown. We'll get the herb crusted salmon for Shauna and Sawyer, and also for Adeline. It's a lot of names to keep up with. And then I think baby Eglyn would probably get spaghetti. All this stuff looks like stuff that a child would not be interested in eating, so I think she's gonna get spaghetti. And then I think for the gentlemen, I think both Laurent and Egbert will get steak, which sounds delicious. So yeah, that's what we'll get. $117 is not bad at all, because I think when I had my other Sims go to Curly's, which is essentially diner food, they spent, I think he spent over $100 for essentially like stuff he could make at home. So yeah, but yeah, they're gonna go ahead and get something to eat. I love this. This is so fun. Y'all, I had to show this part. Brock called his little baby. He said Brock Farmer is wondering if I want to go over to his house and hang out. This is so much like Brock. He's probably calling baby Eglyn and saying, "Hey, is your mama feeding you?" He's like, "Are y'all okay? Like, have you made it to the city safely?" Because Egbert is not answering his cell phone and Sawyer left hers. Because that just seems like something Sawyer would do, is like leave her phone by accident at her home or in the car or something. And thankfully, Eglyn keeps hers on hand. She's probably like, "No, Dad, we're fine. We're eating." We're with Aunt Shauna and Uncle Laurent right now at a really nice restaurant. Can I call you later? Oh, look at her in her little coloring page. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's so cute. Another pop-up to share with y'all. So, we're still waiting for our food, by the way, which, of course, but Adeline said to Egbert, "Hey, this could be fun. Adeline Cunningham wants to go to the prom with Egbert Farmer as friends. Does he want to go?" This actually kind of makes sense, because what if they hit it off really well? This is their first time meeting each other. I would just assume that Sawyer already knew that Shauna had a baby a while ago, and Adeline, I would think, is a little bit younger than Egbert, right? And so maybe Egbert was like, "Yeah, prom is coming up," and maybe she doesn't have prom at her school. I kind of imagine she would go to a private school, like a fancy private school, but like one of those artsy ones. And so maybe they don't do that sort of thing there. And she's like, "What's a prom?" "What is that?" And he's like, "Oh, I'll take you, like, just as friends, and you can experience prom." So I'm gonna say, of course, because I think that would be fun. And I don't know about y'all, but when I was in high school, we had two proms. We had one for junior and then one for senior year. So if I look at, let's see, the calendar really quick, I'm going to toggle this to events, and it does appear that prom is the following week, but there's obviously other proms. So let me see too when his birthday is, because I know he's going to age up pretty soon. Okay, so he still has like a whole couple of weeks before it's time for him to actually age into a young adult, and this will no longer be a thing. So I think taking her to this one and then actually having a romantic date to take to the second one will be perfectly fine. And I can't believe it, but then Eglyn will also be in high school too, so she'll be getting ready to go to prom as well. So that's pretty exciting. And don't get confused, because we're just temporarily in this household, so that's why we're seeing stuff for Elizabeth as well. I don't know what's happening, but now he's being chewed out by Adeline. What did he do? What did he say? Can we apologize? Because I don't even know what he would have started to even have that reaction from her. Can we I don't even know what happened. Asked to play in fountain. Let's just brighten her day. Say, look, I don't know what I said, but I'm sorry. We made it over to Planet Honey Pop, and I'm so excited to show you guys this arcade. It is perfect. And in fact, I may end up using it in my vanilla LP because it is quite literally, wait, what? Prom is starting. It's time for prom. No, we're gonna skip prom. We're here with our friends anyway. Can we go ahead and make sure we got a gathering started? Because I don't want them to leave. Y'all are gonna have prom like 5 times this week, so chill out. So this is this is the interior of this lot. It is so well done. It is perfect. It's exactly what I think Honey Pop should look like. It just feels very fun and very vibrant. Also, the food never came out at the restaurant, so I hate that. But yeah, we'll have him play. Actually, I want him to play with some of his arcade game with a couple of his friends. Elizabeth is also here. Oh, she's talking to Kyler. Oh, and I said this earlier, but just to show y'all in her panel, since we're actually here, but this is her boyfriend. Oh, not them not liking each other or finding each other attractive. Oh no. Elizabeth didn't get asked out to prom by Jim. That's not good. And she's unattracted to him. I didn't know that. Did not know that. But they are dating. Maybe it's one of those things where it's like in school you kind of get peer pressure to date somebody, because everybody's like, oh my gosh, y'all would be so perfect together, you'd be perfect together. And I was like, all right. And then you start dating and it's like, I don't actually like this person, and now I feel awkward. Oh, the romance festival is going on. Oh my gosh, what luck, because I had no idea. I feel like I did get a pop-up for it, but I ignored it. This is really cute. I mean, I kind of want him to also go over here and participate. Also, change out of your formal wear, my guy. Goodness. Let's change into his everyday. But this is so cute. Maybe he should pour sakura tea together with everybody. That would be fun. I hate that it is getting kind of dark, but this is so cute. This is a wedding aisle thing. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but your Sims can get married at the romance festival if they so choose. And that's actually something that I kind of want to do, maybe with this, either with this Let's Play or one of my other ones, where I actually have a sim get married here, because I never had that happen, so I kind of wouldn't be opposed to doing it. Let's talk to Kendra a little bit. We did send her a flirty like text, so we'll exchange numbers with her. This was earlier, if you guys remember. And let's throw petals. I think she actually was the one that texted us earlier in regards to this particular event, so that's kind of funny. And then I think with Adeline, I might do a little something flirty. We'll throw some petals and stuff at her. Oh, what should we ask? You know what? Maybe this is sort of the origin of him as he gets older. I mean, becoming like a romance counselor. Maybe he goes and talks to one of the romance gurus at the romance festival, and he's like asking them about, I don't know, love and whatnot, and it's just like it's like the romance guru is like a fake, and I think he picks up on it. Where did he go though? I'm out here telling his story and he just vamoosed. Okay, maybe another one will show up later. I don't think he's talked to Jim either, or this guy. I added all these teens to his club and he's not really even talked to them that much. Let's do some small talk, maybe get to know this kid. I think his name's Elliot. Oh look, they're talking. Egbert is supposed to be asking the guru about his love destiny, so I wonder what he's gonna say. It's kind of embarrassing though for him to ask him like right in front of Adeline, because Adeline don't know his aspiration is to break a lot of hearts, so she's just unfortunately a bystander in the situation. Let's see what he says really quick. It says, a wise man once said, what is love? Love hurts. Love is love. So go and love. Alright. Okay. Let me see. Let's ask him about our romantic destiny. I want to know. I also still have that saved want from when he was a child to make an enemy, and I kind of want to make an enemy with Jim. By the way, Jim and Kendra are siblings. I got them from the gallery, but they are siblings, and I do love that. Listen to Case's answer. Okay, what you got for us, Guru? Must be, our destiny must be very amazing, because it's taken him a long time to explain it. Okay. We got a thumbs up. Okay, it says, you are sure to find your destiny soon. Okay, well that answered nothing. See, this is what I'm saying. He probably knows that these things are like a quack. And I don't think we should flirt in front of Adeline with Kendra, but we can move on to somebody else. I thought that there was somebody else here that he started talking to. I could just be very incorrect, but wait a minute. Not his dad being here, y'all. This is Kyle. This is Kyle Gallison, Kyler's father, aka Brock's best friend. Look how old he is now. Well, he's not old. He's not an elder, but he's aged. Is his wifey here? Did they come together? Cause like, hello? I guess not. I wonder what that guy's doing. Oh no, they did. Here's Alice, y'all. Look, she's getting older too. I had to do this, and I did it to them first. I don't know why. I don't know why I just went ahead and was like all gray. I think it's because Kyle has like blonde hair anyway, and I've always heard that blonde haired folks tend to go silver a little bit sooner than most. So yeah, that's what I did. That's why I did it. Okay, I wonder, he can't sing with anybody else. Is there a reason as to why we can't play this with somebody, with one of our friends? No, we won't do that. Let's purchase a semi-capsule since we're here, and then maybe we could do, I was gonna have him play a game. Oh, you know what? I put a dance pad in here. There's a couple of changes I did make to this lot. And one of them was, of course, to like add a dance pad. So I wonder if we should crank up some tunes and maybe have them do a little dance thing here. A little TikTok viral dance. I'm sorry, that was cringy. Alright, I think we're gonna wrap things up at the honey pop. I'm having him give the semi he won to Kendra. I don't know why. I do like Kendra like a lot. I like Adeline too, but she's very cute and I don't know. She just seems chill. I don't know, but I kind of like the idea that he's kind of starting to play both fields like right now, and I don't know. He's being a little messy. Fortunately, I don't think Adeline is at the karaoke bar anymore, so I think just having him do a couple of interactions to set the stage of him having multiple like love interest, and I say love interest, but obviously he's a teen, so it's not really love interest. I don't think he's actually gonna find. I'll have to refresh my brain on how this particular generation will work when it comes to romance, but I don't think he's actually going to find the one until he's much older. I just don't think that's going to be a thing. So I think we'll wrap things up here, have them head back to Copperdale. He's so cute. But have them head back to Copperdale, and he and his sister are going to go back home to Brock's house, where I'm sure Brock is very worried about them, by the way. We made it back to Brock's house. The kiddos are inside. It's early morning on Sunday, and Brock is working on his wellness. Is this called like sunrise yoga? I don't know. But he was feeling like he hadn't been active in a while, so I had him come out and go for a jog and then follow it up with some yoga outside. I thought that would be so nice. Oh, hey, it's Alden. No, Alvin. Oh my gosh. We haven't talked to Alvin in a while, but he too received some of a makeover treatment in terms of he's a little grayer as well. Alvin was already pretty old, so I figured just making him a little bit more older made sense. I think Brock would probably come and give him a bro hug and be like, hey man, you ready to start the day? You got here early. Because we're definitely going to open up the shop so that we could be making some money, because we definitely need some money. Also, when they were at the karaoke bar in San Myshuno, I had Elizabeth and Egbert take a little pic with each other. It looks really cute. Yeah. Oh, Sawyer's audition starts in an hour. I don't think I should have to do anything with that, so hopefully she's able to get that done on her own. But baby Eglyn is still sleeping in. It is Sunday after all, so I mean, you know, why not? I'm gonna have Brock go ahead and finish up with his routine, yoga routine. And you know what? I may not have him go chat with Alvin. I may have him finish this up, get some breakfast, and just go ahead and open up the shop. I'm a little miffed because I had him stock this table thing for paintings, and all of his paintings are now blank. But when I saw them earlier, they all had like paints on them, and so now they're just blank canvases. I mean, I guess I'll just keep them out there since they're already on the table, but I'm gonna go ahead and have him come in and greet some of his customers and possibly do some mentoring. we do have a werewolf here. I think he might know this werewolf too. So, yeah, we'll do some pottery mentoring as well. But I wanted to show you guys, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but Adeline showed up here at his house. And I don't know why, and I don't know where she went. She was here. Y'all saw that on his social panel or activity panel. I don't know where she went. Did she go inside the house? Because she was here. There she is. Isn't that her? No, that's not her. What the heck? There she is. I was like, girl, how did you come over? How did you come here? And I don't know why she's feeling so down, so we're gonna give her a hug, and then once he does that, I'm gonna go over some stuff with y'all really quick. But he's just finishing up his garden. His garden beds were looking pretty bad, so he is tending to those right now. At some point he does need to craft some nectar, but I don't think, other than buying the ingredients, we really can't do anything with this right now. So I'm just gonna have him finish up the gardening, and then yeah, we'll talk to her. It says Egbert's responsibility is in range to earn the responsible trait. Okay, well that's good. Who's calling him? I'm in the mood for some retail therapy. No, who is this? I'm in the middle of working. Alright, so he's doing that. I think I forgot to mention earlier that I also changed the siding of the house to this more not so raggedy looking one. The idea is that Brock built this house from scratch and has been adding renovation after renovation. So the previous exterior was like the worn horse ranch siding, or like the siding that came with horse ranch, and it was green. But this is supposed to be newer siding that I like to think he put together as well, like actually installed it. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna have him, let's see, he's already talking to Adeline. I don't know what's wrong with her. So yeah, let's try to cheer her up. Be like, hey girl, what's wrong? They are still going to the prom together, or they're supposed to be. I know that we had the prom thing open up earlier, or was available to go to earlier, and I declined it. But as soon as she got here to his lot, she literally asked, hey, yeah, can we go to prom together? So she really wants to go with him, which is interesting. But no, there's a few things that I wanted to share in regards to Egbert and Brock. So let's start with Egbert first. First off, I want to go over his traits really quick. We do know that he is evil. He has the happy toddler trait, the dastardly trait from choosing a mischief aspiration. He's a jester. This is a CC trait, which comes with wonderful whims. He is a bro. He has high self-esteem, and he is sinister, which, you know what? That's not great. But I wanted to show you guys some of his love interests that he is starting to kindle, and I don't know how this is going to work out exactly. I don't know if he's going to get in a relationship with one of these girls, and yeah, we'll just see how that plays out. But so far we have Adeline, Kendra, and Sandra all on his little roster. But I also wanted to show you guys really quick, he is already starting to make enemies with Jim, which is who I said I wanted him to make enemies with. He's already in a disliked, he has a disliked relationship bit with Jim. Jim is dating Elizabeth. So I think the story for that is like, Egbert is probably like, you're not good enough for Elizabeth. Elizabeth should not be dating you. Who are you? Like, who are you? She might be headed back home, which, you know what, girl, you should. Do your parents know you're this far away? I imagine the city is like really far. Oh, hey, this is his principal. That's funny. Let's say hey to her, see how she's doing. Maybe she came in to like, let's ask about her day. Maybe she came to Brock's wood shop for something. I don't really know. We are not doing that right now. We've had a lot of people already buy some of our wares, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and clean this up because Alvin's not going to do it. And then I think once he's done with that, perhaps we could do some mentoring. What working table must be? Let's mentor handiness. Yeah, we are trying to rack in that change. But yeah, let me go over a few things with Brock as well. In regards to our aspiration, which we're in the latter part of this, we still have to grow our small business to a local legend, get five more happy customers, and reach the 3rd level of dreamer or schemer alignment. So in order to get 5 happy customers, it says customers may become happy if their traits match the alignment of your small business, form positive relationships with business owner, or have excellent experience at your small business. Make sure your small business has reached at least the scrupulous or underground alignments. So yeah, I think just building a connection, because I feel like that's an easy one to get, to, would be great. We should probably say hey to the principal. I mean, he is our child. She is our child's principal after all. But I also want to go over, it says so energetic. Looks like Brock just befriended high energy sim. High energy sims are often out in the world seeking adventure and high octane fun. They usually tend toward active hobbies like sports or dancing and might even have a daredevil streak in them. In terms of sim preferences, would you say that Brock likes high energy sims? Yeah, I would, because he is a pretty active sim himself. But I wanted to go over some of the skills and things that he has already started. I think I've already showed you that he's completed the photography, but with pottery and with handiness, he's now at a level 8. I think in the last episode he was at 7, so he has been doing some work on that. Love to see it. And then in terms of, let's see, his traits, because I don't think I've gone over this in a while. He is, of course, an erratic sim, creative, a gym rat, which this is a trait that came from the trait store, gregarious due to his aspiration, adjuster, an art lover, observant, marketable. Again, these 2 are traits that were bought with his happiness points, an artist, and he does have a fear of failure. So I just wanted to kind of go over some of this stuff so that y'all can see his progress so far throughout this challenge, I guess. Also, I wanted to show y'all, because we have been painting and I've had him sell some of his work to I guess galleries, I'm not sure, collectors. He's already starting to get some fame and he has a good reputation too. So I really like that. Okay, I was thinking he was about to start stinking because there's green fumes coming from somebody. So yeah, that's oh, Adeline is still here. Girl, you need to go home. You need to go home. Actually, let's queue up some stuff for him to say to her really quick. Let's do, let's exchange numbers with her. I mean, I know they should already technically have, but we'll compliment her appearance. Be like, your hair looks nice. Your hair looks so nice, girl. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and close down the shop for today. Maya is here. I love her. Oh my gosh, I will stop at some point. I just love her. When she passes on, I will be really sad. I mean, look at them. What? Argue about parenting? No, I don't want to do that. Actually, maybe I should have let that happen just for the fun of it. We did get our closing card, so I'll go over this with you guys. It looks like our ticket sales was 572 simoleons, We were able to assist 10 customers, by the way, and we were open for 7 hours. Retail sales was 2,807 simoleons. Our revenue from the services was 309. We got 537 simoleons in the tip jar, and then with with Alvin's wages deducted, we managed to net profit 3,990 simoleons, which is amazing. It says to try lowering our prices, but I think his price modifier is at 0, so I'm not doing that, sorry. And then it looks like the customers are pretty happy with the business services, so that's good. Yeah, I mean, his little business is doing well. I'm gonna have him, let's see. Okay, yeah, look at Egbert pushing his sister on the swing. He's so sweet, at least with his sibling. I'm gonna have him go ahead and scrap some of these really quick. Let's clean that up. Alright guys, I think with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and end off today's video. I don't, like I said before, hello? What is she doing here? Okay, well, anyway, I don't know if I'm doing this right. I'm just kind of going with the flow and what feels right. So if y'all have any tips or anything for me, don't feel shy. Leave them in the comments. I love to read them, and I'll definitely try to implement them if I can. That's looking great. But anyway, with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Please consider subscribing so that you don't miss the next episode. Bye.